كما تتحقق الاستطاعة بوجدان الزاد والراحلة تتحقق ببذلهما عينا أو ثمنا. What does that mean? Remember I said Hajj by gift, Hajj by present, Hajj by somebody gives you a present Hajj, or Meher Hajj or something like that. Yeah. Some of the sisters, they say Meher will be Hajj. So that means you have to make sure that when to give her that amount of money. So the husband said, Khalas, let me take you Hajj. She can't say, no, I won't go for Hajj if all the other conditions were available and the Meher money got available, then the Hajj becomes obligatory upon her. كما تتحقق الاستطاعة بوجدان الزاد والراحلة, as the ability exists by the existence of the provision and the traveling sources or traveling means of travel. Rahila, the airline ticket nowadays, or any sort of means of transportation. Like if you are in Saudi Arabia or Qatar or somewhere where you can go by car, then that's also means of transportation, which does not cause difficulty and hardship upon a nice, healthy, wealthy youth. بوجدان الزاد والراحلة تتحقق ببذلهما عينا أو ثمنا. Similar to the availability, if let's say somebody provided it, somebody said this is the money for Hajj, or aynan, he gave you the ticket and he paid the expenses of Hajj to the hamladar, to the caravan leader, to the muqawil, to the whomsoever, the guy of the caravan, the head of the caravan. So he gave you either the money, $10,000, or he gave you a ticket plus all the accommodations and everything were provided. Aynan means physical thing. Thamanan means the cost of it. Either he gave you the cost of it, either he gave you the thing itself. ولا فرق في ذلك بين أن يكون الباذل واحدا. So there is no difference between provider of provision of Hajj or the money of the Hajj or the Hajj itself, be it 1 or 10. How? Because maybe there are 10, 15 people, they love you. And they know that you have not done your Hajj wajib. They have done their Hajj wajib. They want you to go for Hajj this year. So everybody starts providing 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and whoopsie daisy, you have $10,000. That means Hajj becomes obligatory upon you. But it was not one person, it was multiple people. That's fine, regardless of the provider being one person, wahidan, أو متعددا, or multiple. فإذا عرض عليه الحج, if the Hajj is provided to him, والتزم بزاده وراحلته, and his provision and source of travel, means of travel were provided for him. There was a commitment. وَنَفَقَةِ عِيَالِي, let's say he was a poor person. They said, don't worry, because if I'll go for Hajj, I'll miss these days which I'm earning and my family will starve. No problem. We are taking responsibility of the family as well. وَنَفَقَةِ عِيَالِي فَإِذَا عُرِضَ عَلَيْهِ الحج والتزم بزاده وراحلته ونفقة عياله ووثق بجريه على وفق التزامه. So there was a commitment. He was offered ووثق بجريه على وفق التزامه, and he was confident that they will fulfill their obligations the way they have committed. وجب عليه الحج. Hajj would become obligated upon him. وكذلك, similarly, لو أعطي مالا ليصرفه في الحج, he's given now, that was commitment, now they gave him. وكان وافيا, and it was going to cover the expenses of Hajj, going, returning, and the expenses of their the family in the absence while he will not be working. سواء كان على وجه الإباحة أو التمليك. What does that mean? Ibaha wa tamlik. They said, if you want to go, okay, then this money we are providing you, okay? But that's a condition that you don't own this money. You don't own this money. We are providing you with the condition that you go for Hajj. So this person, the money for him is mubah. You take it. If you leave it, then it's not yours. If you take it, it's yours. So that's how the scenario of condition comes. So they provided. They did not say you are the owner. because this is, remember, al-milki al-mutazalzila, the shaking ownership. So this was the swinging ownership. It's mubah. So, or they gave him a gift. This was not a relative. They can take it back whenever they want. Or they made him the owner of this money. نعم يجري في التمليك المتزلزل والإباحة غير اللازمة ما تقدم. He said, you are the owner of this. But there is a kind of a condition in it. So it's a milkiya mutazalzila. If you go for Hajj, it's yours. If you don't go for Hajj, it's not yours. So then you give it back to us. So they gave them the money, but they could get it back. Or ibaha, they provided it. But if you don't go, it's not your money. So that they told him it's your money. You became the owner, but conditional owner. Same like the gift scenario. Here, ibaha, you are not an owner. You can use this money for Hajj. If you don't go for Hajj, you can't use it. So in both cases, it's almost similar that the money could be taken back if you don't go for Hajj. The same ruling applies. So let's say this tamlik, the possessor. Ibaha, we are not going to talk about it because ibaha, he provided, basically it's permissible amount. It's permissible for you to use it for Hajj, only Hajj. If you don't use it for Hajj, it's not permissible. So that is understood. But it becomes your ownership. Here we say there are two types of ownership: blood relative and not blood relative. If it was a blood relative, Hajj becomes wajib upon you. Go. They will not be able to take the money back. And if it was non-blood relative, the ruling was, if he had already used it, it cannot be taken back from the provider. If he has not used it, the guy who gave you, give me back. You did not go for Hajj. I gave you a gift. Yes, you became the owner of the gift, but you did not go for Hajj. I wanted you to go for Hajj. Or even if there was no condition, he saw that he's not using it for Hajj or for anything, he can take it back. So the ruling of Milki al-Mutazalzila will be applied here.